What's going on, everyone? This is your boy the Black Kakashi, and I'm here to rank my top 10 characters of One Piece. Now, when I was trying to decide who was gonna make the list, it was kind of hard because there are so many top tier characters in One Piece that it's hard for me to decide. But let me know who your top 10 One Piece characters in the comments below. And if you're here for the first time, hit the like button and subscribe. So without further ado, let's get to it. Number 10, the hero of the Marines. GART, Monkey D. GART. GART being so low on the list is kind of heartbreaking because of how badass and amazing he is. Manga fans know what I'm talking about. GART holds the title of the strongest Marine in history and will forever hold that title because of the will of D pumping in his veins. He's the father of Monkey D. Dragon and his grandson is Luffy. So I always wondered how Dragon strayed from the nest. I hope we get more of that in the future. Like, I would really love to hear about Dragon's backstory and what led him to creating the Revolutionary Army. He's also a master of HAKI and one of the only people besides the villains that could actually hurt Luffy. He freaking punched Marco Phoenix straight up with the hands, and he has no devil fruit. And his legendary encounter with the Rocks Pirates earned him the respect and ability to do what he wants without facing consequences. I bet if he actually did kill Akainu, the world government would have let it slide. Let me know if y'all believe that the government would have forgiven GART for killing Akainu, or if y'all think GART was actually strong enough to kill Akainu. Number 9, Kizaru, the man that moves at the speed of light, the man that allegedly smokes weed. I didn't really become a fan of Kizaru until he was introduced in Sabaody. I mean, that was the first time he was introduced, I think. He introduced himself by riding on a freaking cannonball. Like, that's a top tier entrance right there. He somehow found a way by washing the supernovas mid difficulty, by the way, showing them that they are still weak. Like, this man Drake was so screwed that they had to replay his kick from six different times from 6 different angles. That's still funny to this day, man. Like, I can watch that moment like 100 times and laugh 100 times. Like, that's how funny it is. He even had time to fight Rayleigh, but that was more of a distraction fight and not a serious one. And in Marineford, he manhandled Luffy and even fought Marco, but got shut down by the GOAT Ben Beckman. People speculate that if this man was actually serious, he could probably wash everybody mid difficulty. And I hope he pulls up at Wano somehow, because he was confident enough to say he can handle Big Mom and Kaido. I mean, he moves at the speed of light. What cannot be more top tier than that? Number 8, the main man himself, Katakuri. The man that is the opposite of Luffy and the man that delivered one of the best fights in One Piece. Katakuri is a fan favorite character, despite being an opposing threat to Luffy. He's one of Big Mom's commanders, and his observation haki is top tier. It might even be greater than the nails. He has a badass theme song and character design, and I hope that we see his character somehow in Wano or in the future. Number 7, Straw Hat Luffy, the man that is going to be the Pirate King. It's funny that I have Luffy right after Katakuri, since they are parallels to one another. Luffy is one of the best MCs in shonen anime. Now, I didn't say the best, I said one of. He has had so many top tier moments in the show that you could practically make a list of them. From punching the Celestial Dragon, to Gear's second on Blue Note, to him saving Nami in the walk to Arlong Park, to him washing the Pacifista and saying, "Too slow." Like, there's so many moments to talk about. And Luffy doesn't really, he's not the typical pirate. He doesn't follow the pirate persona that's portrayed in the media. But he doesn't want to be portrayed as a hero or villain whenever he does all the good things that he does throughout the show. One of my favorite things about Luffy that separates him from other MC is the fact that he's willing to sacrifice his dreams for the sake of his crew, and his crew would do the same vice versa. In Whole Cake Island, after his fight with Sanji, he was willing to wait right there until Sanji was done finished his business with Big Mom, saying that without him he can't be the Pirate King. So he'll wait for him until he's finished. And he might be an idiot, but he knows who he is and what he wants to do, and is very blunt about his actions. and his ability to draw people close to him is a very dangerous threat, which was stated by Mihawk, Doflamingo, and others. Number 6. The greatest swordsman in the world, Mihawk, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. He's another character that drips in sauce and walks the walk. When he was first introduced in the East Blue Saga, the hype was real because of the feats he displayed. From slicing Don Krieg's fleece in half with just his sword, to him fighting Zorro and beating him with a tiny knife, and him showing respect to Zorro by fighting him with the legendary Black Blade. He's also one of Shanks' friends and / rivals, and I believe that him and Shanks are the 2 greatest swordsmen in the world, and that's why he always hangs out with him whenever he can. And when Shanks pulled up at Marineford, he didn't want that smoke. He said, "Oh hell no, I ain't agree to fight Shanks. I just want to fight Blackbeard. I'm about to dip." I think eventually he will face Zorro again, and we'll finally see who's going to be the greatest swordsman in the world. Number 5, Doflamingo. Doflamingo, the former celestial dragon, the former warlord, and the former tyrant of Dressrosa. When he was introduced back in the beginning of One Piece, I was like, this nigga is definitely a villain. With that weird ass tongue and the laugh, and then his laugh, he definitely gave villain vibes. And after Alabasta, I wasn't surprised when it was finally revealed how evil he was. Him, Mihawk, Shanks, Dragon, and others were present at Gold D. Rogers' execution, issuing the start of a new era. One of the first characters we know of that has an awakened devil fruit. He's one of the most hyped about characters in One Piece history because of how great of a villain he is, and will always remain a top 5 character in the show. Number 4, the Red Dog himself, Akana, the new fleet admiral of the Marines, and is the current most powerful Marine in One Piece. Oda clearly stated that he was so strong that if he was the main protagonist, One Piece would have been done in like a year. Which is still crazy to me and shows that Akainu probably would have murked everyone at Marineford if Oda wanted that to happen. Akainu might be one of the most hated characters in One Piece, but you can't deny how raw he is. With his magma devil fruit, he is a deadly foe and someone not to mess with. While you're here, check out my Akainu video. Akainu is primarily hated because he killed a certain character. I don't think this is a spoiler, so fuck it. He killed Ace, even though it was Ace's fault in the first place. Akainu played that nigga and baited him by calling Whitebeard a bum and said that y'all pussy for running, which was smart by him because Ace fell for that bait with no hesitation. Like always, he fought Aokiji for 10 days straight, and they are the reason why Punk Hazard is what it is today, which is so crazy to even hear about. Like, I still want to see that fight animated. A man of true justice and will kill you with no hesitation if you get in the way of that. Number 3, the strongest man in the world, Whitebeard. Whitebeard is the greatest old man in anime history and the most feared. Who else you know in One Piece that had a "don't fuck with the Whitebeard pirates" warning in the streets? Excluding the Celestial Dragons. The former Trimmer No Mi Devil Fruit user, Whitebeard earned the title of the world's strongest man. His feats in Marineford will go down into the Hall of Fame. This man got stabbed 267 times, shot 152 times, and shot 46 times by a cannon. Half of his face melted, and his internal organs burned by Akainu, and died fucking standing. That's a goat right there. He beat the fuck out of Akainu and Blackbeard, and still could have washed everybody. The only person he saw as a threat and respected was GART. Manga fans know why he respects him. And his final words to the world government was a big F you, and he screamed, "The One Piece exists," or "The One Piece is real." I probably had it right the first time. The One Piece exists. I always thought it was the One Piece is real, but it's the One Piece exists. Number 2, the youngest Yonko in the game, Red Hair Shanks. The first Yonko we ever met in the start of One Piece, and the first to introduce Conqueror's HAKI when he saved Luffy from the Sea King and lost his arm in the process. He entrusted Luffy with his primary treasure, his legendary straw hat, that was passed on to him from Gold D. Roger. Now, I believe Shanks is the undisputed GOAT of One Piece, besides Whitebeard and my #1 character of One Piece. Him and his crew are heavily respected and feared by everyone in the One Piece world. Despite having one arm, nobody even tries to pull up on him because they know he's that nigga. He pulled up on Whitebeard and stopped Kaido from interfering in the war. And he did all that before stopping the war of Marineford. Like, that's top tier right there. He pulled up on Marineford and said, stop fighting, and they did it. And he also said, if anybody still wants to fight, me and my crew about that action, so what's up? Like, I want to know more about how he earned the respect he has in One Piece, because his respect is legendary. He could practically do whatever he wants. Do you think any other pirate could have pulled up on Marineford, told everybody to stop fighting, and then said, we'll be taking Whitebeard and Ace's body to give them a proper burial? Do you think anybody else could have done that? No, nobody could have done that. I mean, maybe Roger, but that's because of manga spoilers. I ain't gonna go into that. I can't wait for him and Luffy to finally, reunite again. And I think Shanks might be the final main man for the final arc of One Piece. And I can't wait to see more of him in the future. #1, the 3-sword wielding badass himself, Zorro. Now, if you're a subscriber, you should know that this was a no-brainer. And if you aren't, check out my Zorro video. This man is the epitome of hype when it comes to One Piece. This man can do no wrong in people's eyes. This man can do anything and will be called a GOAT, which he rightfully deserves, by the way. The right-hand man of Luffy and the first mate of the Straw Hat Pirates. When Zorro tells something serious, everybody listens. His dream of being the world's greatest swordsman is second, because Luffy becoming the Pirate King is the primary objective. His feats are top tier and Hall of Fame worthy, from his fight with Dash Bones, his encounter with Mihawk, and him taking Zoro's pain and saying nothing happened. Like, that moment will always be the #1 moment in people's list of best moments in One Piece, hands down. Zorro will always be my GOAT of One Piece, no matter what. And I can't wait for him to have his moment in Wano. He's already had top tier moments in Wano, but I'm talking about that moment. I'm talking Luffy type of moments, like punching a celestial dragon and Gear Second. I'm talking about those type of moments. Like, he is gonna shine in Wano. Mark my words. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, if you liked the video, go know that like button, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the Grand Line.